My name is Matthew Goodman, and I'm on the Ames City Council. We have now seen that the City of Ames has targeted growth priority areas, and that they are in the southwest and the northwest. These growth directions are the most efficient and keep the City of Ames's taxes lower than other alternatives. But what if a developer comes forward with a proposal to develop far away from the city limits where existing infrastructure exists, but to do it in one of these areas? This technique is called leapfrogging and is one of the most expensive ways for a city to develop. Traditional smart development is based on extending infrastructure, annexing land adjacent to the infrastructure, and building that land out. At that point, the process repeats. The infrastructure is built across land available for development and generally paid for by the developer. On occasion, a developer looks to build far away from existing infrastructure. Here, if the developers were to fund the infrastructure themselves and cover all the operating costs for years, they would be opening up much more land for future development when landowners in between were ready. This situation would be great for the taxpayer and the landowners. But what is more often the case is the developer asks the taxpayer to cover all the operating costs and to make their land worth less due to its distance from existing city infrastructure worth more by extending infrastructure to it. The developer may ask the taxpayer to spend hard-earned tax dollars on sewer to make their land more valuable. The developer may ask the taxpayer to spend hard-earned money on water mains to make their land more valuable. The developer may ask the taxpayer to supply their development with streets, fire service, police service, etc., all across acres of undeveloped land. These taxpayer giveaways, while great for all landowners in the area, are major subsidies to a handful of owners. The further from the infrastructure the land is, the larger the tax handout. In most cases, an assessment district would be set up. Again, as we discussed with capital investment strategies, an assessment district would make land developed between the city and new leapfrog developments pay hookups to the services. The amount would be based on developable acres opened up by the installation of the utilities. This would mean that money would come back someday. But as this timeline would be in question, these million-dollar loans could be borne by the Ames taxpayers for years and probably decades to come. Leapfrog developments are devastating to a city budget and expensive to the local taxpayer. Only in very rare cases is it reasonable to utilize taxpayer money for such subsidies. The city is currently, right now, today, exploring such an endeavor. To see exactly what it could mean to our community and to your tax dollars, see our next video. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Thank you very much for your time.